Hello everyone, Anand back again. In my today's podcast, I wish to share my understanding or my exploration on a topic called consciousness. Today, consciousness is a buzzword everywhere. People talk about it. Especially, this is widely discussed and explored in the field of spirituality and philosophy. But to me, consciousness is not just confined to philosophy or spirituality. It is even can be taken to normal way of normal life situations, family, work, even on personal front. As a private human individual, we can still look at how consciousness really helps in many ways. If you look at this word consciousness, it is actually at a higher elevated form of what we all know, or what we all often explore in our discussions with anyone, which is typically like understanding, also like awareness, alertness and awareness, understanding the situations, understanding the people, understanding the environment, and become aware of what's happening within ourselves, within our metabolism, within our body, inside, and what's happening in our mind, and what's happening in our family situations, relationships, customers, market, colleagues, office situations, all walks of life. But what exactly this reveals, this consciousness as a word, it reveals is that um, the deeper layer of all these things, whatever we have seen now, the deeper understanding, the deep dive of the awareness or alertness or understanding of any situations or people, if you go, let us say, 10 layer down, deep down, or 25 layers deep down, you will be able to really see much more clarity of people and situations. The more and more we dive deep into the problem statement or life situations or the subject that we deal with, we try to get more pulse, more deeper understanding of the particular subject or domain or people or process. So what happens is this consciousness also sort of expanding. That's what people say. The management gurus, spiritual gurus always quote this statement like, we can expand our consciousness. We can go on expanding our consciousness to the more and more deeper levels. Um, when we travel deeper levels of expanding our consciousness, what happens is we become more and more matured, we become more and more knowledgeable, not for the sake of knowing things, but understanding things much better. That would also really help to build quality equations and relationships with people around us, in family, society, everywhere. Because today's world is more of a lot of stress, right? A lot of emotions, a lot of feelings, and we all say that we have no time. I mean, the same 24 hours, but today's fast world where we have to do multiple things at any given time. Hence, each activity, each task that we do, requires quite a lot of attention from us. So, which in fact, it steals more time. Each activity actually bargain with us and draw our attention. Hence, we go on adding task after task, situations after situation, and we do more actually. We are being attracted, and the traction is more for multiple activities of our life. So what happens is we will be able to only give little time. Within that little time, we will not be able to dive deep. Therefore, superficially we handle many things. Because we handle superficially, obviously the consciousness or conscious living is taking a huge void, and in fact it takes backseat. So what happens? we don't have fulfillment in anything that we do. So if we need to have a fulfillment in anything that we do, we need to really dive deep into the matter, which means we need to correct ourselves in many ways in diving deep into the subject. So therefore, if we start looking at conscious living as a matter of fact, a matter of importance, I'm sure we don't superficially deal with people, superficially discuss, superficially smile, superficially laugh, superficially handle anything. We really go deep and try to dive deep into the subject and become something very special to one another. In fact, if you look at stone also has a consciousness, stone consciousness as they call. So from stone consciousness to the highest possibility of divine consciousness, which is a travel for all of us, from one step to the next step to the next step. Imagine when we are having stone consciousness on a topic or domain. Imagine if we dive deep and go 25 layers down and become divinized or having divine consciousness on the same domain, which means we expanded our consciousness to the ultimate version of it. So it requires a little bit understanding about the topic, little bit understanding about fine-tuning the lifestyle, fine-tuning the way we look at things, the way we handle things, and everything will automatically fall in place. Here I would say meditation helps, because when you do meditation, let us say you do 30 minutes of meditation, what happens is you don't think anything. Rather, you think something consistently, continuously, one particular objective or one object or one subject or one particular focus, single point focus, which means you actually expand your consciousness, what we call activity in inactivity. You are pretty much active on one thing, but apparently you look inactive for others, but you are pretty much active inside of you on focusing on one single pointed focus. As like we all heard, and Arjuna saw the eyes of the bird, right? Because he could see only the bird's eye, nothing else outside, so he was able to really win over it. Similarly, for life situations, we can definitely develop our consciousness as a single pointed focus, using the tool like aids like meditation. I'm sure we will be a different personality altogether, first of all within ourselves and for others around. I'm sure this is going to help you in many ways. Just experiment it and share your feedback. And if you like it, please share it with others. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.